Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing this question on the screen, which is 3 into bracket negative I plus 4 close bracket plus 5 into bracket 2I minus 3 equals, what is it? That's what we're supposed to solve, right? And the question made sure to have the information, which is basically the value of the symbol I. And the I here stands for imaginary, as in imaginary numbers. An imaginary number equal to a -1, where the -1 is inside the square root. So I equals the square root of -1. It is possible for you to square root a negative number. I know, like previously, teachers and tutors have said, like, don't do that. But the truth is, in math, you can actually do that, and that's just basically an imaginary number. So basically, we have this information, and I want you guys to, first of all, not be too scared and approach this question like as if I is a variable, even though I is not a variable. So for example, if we go ahead to solve this, if we're given 3 open brackets x plus 4, right? This is the same thing as saying 3x plus 12, because you expanded by multiplying what is in front of the bracket through all the terms within the bracket. That is the same method you're going to be using here to solve this particular question. So you're just going to work that way first. Anytime you're given a question and you're dealing with brackets, work with brackets first, or parentheses first. So you have 3 negative I plus 4 plus 5 2I minus 3. 3 times negative I is the same thing as negative 3I. 3 times 4 is plus 12, right? 3 times positive 4 is positive 12, plus 5 times positive 2I is the same thing as positive 10I. And 5 times negative 3 is the same thing as negative 15. So now we've gotten our question to a point where we've gotten to the point where we don't have any form of brackets. So the next thing is thinking through the problem. Like, what are we supposed to do next? Well, what you're supposed to do next is for you to group the real parts of the question as well as the imaginary parts of the question. So the imaginary parts of the question, like I had explained, are the parts that have the symbol I. So you have negative 3I is the part that is imaginary, as well as positive 10I is another part that is imaginary. Now, the real parts that I'm going to put in black is the positive 12 that is real and the negative 15 that is real. So that is basically what you're working with, right? So let me rewrite it out. So you have the real parts and the imaginary parts. So now we're going to group the imaginary parts first. So you have negative 3I. Well, the second imaginary part is what? It is positive 10I. So we have positive 10I. And then you've got the first real part, which is positive 12. And then you have the second real part, which is negative 15. So negative 3I plus 10. Well, it's just going to be like as if you're saying negative 3x plus 10x. You're going to pretend like as if the imaginary symbol I is a variable in order for you to expand like we did at first, trying to open the bracket. So expansion, addition, or subtraction, you're just going to pretend in your mind that I is a variable even though I is an imaginary number. So you have negative 3I plus 10 is the same thing as 7I plus 12 minus 15 is the same thing as negative 3. So the answer to this question is simply 7I minus 3. And this is how you solve this particular question. So this is not the end of the video, but I wanted to mention something to you guys. I have done more problems on my channel, and you're going to see it very soon on the end screen, that involves different complex numbers, because I'm doing different topics that can come out in the SATs for students who are currently watching my daily SAT videos. I'm very, very thankful. You guys keep watching and keep learning and keep succeeding by God's grace. So I'm just advising you guys to look at more videos on complex numbers, as well as anything that you're looking for on YouTube that is a STEM related video. Just check the playlist, and this is just one of the videos in my daily SAT series. I wish you guys all the very best, and do not give up because it takes time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.